And people like Chris Rock, people like Martin Lawrence, people like Jamie Foxx, Arsenio Hall, Paul Mooney. So much so that certain people said, I think it was Arsenio Hall or Eddie Murphy, I think it was Eddie Murphy said, they've got the Rat Pack, we've got the Black Pack, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And so
Mm-hmm.
it's basically talking about this group of comics that would come together and make jokes and there were like laugh out loud funny moments in the book that I was not
Mm.
expecting. Right. So it just caught me off guard a couple of times, like them describing how much comedy, the Wayans brothers, how much comedy was rooted in their family. How they said at one point, like I thought, at one point I thought my mom was like the female Richard Pryor, right? Like, they said a little bit more explicitly, but they're like, yo, that's why my mom was like Richard Pryor, right? Because of how she would rag on my dad. And that's how we learned how to like, you know, go back and forth. And like my dad would come back and, say certain things. That's how we learned to build comedy. Like we would practice characters at certain family functions or reunions or holidays. We were poor, so we felt like what could keep us going was laughter. Like
Mm-hmm.
laughter could keep us going. And
Yeah.
then leading up to In Living Color, which was so fascinating and edgy for the times. And even the pilot. So the pilot of In Living Color, I loved when I read this. They recorded two shows on back-to-back days. So the idea and concept was that, or two takes on back-to-back days. So the concept was that they could, whatever they didn't get right the first time, they could kind of work out and they could kind of splice whatever is the best take. And they had to go through so much just to get the network to even okay
Mm-hmm.
this. Like, I mean, they were
Mm-hmm.
the hovering oversight of the network. The network was like, well, we need to have these conversations with these focus groups, and we need to have these conversations with these
They
civil
weren't going
rights
to let a
leaders
black
about the
sketch
comedy and
comedy
everything.
show just on.
Yeah, they were like, wait, what? And Keenan Ivory Wayans was basically like, man, they were like, meet the civil rights leader or whatever. He's like, listen, no disrespect, but like, I don't want to meet with him and he don't have jokes.